They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see, the Groupers taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Groupers have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's got it out. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
People still fill in the stands, and it takes the opening kickoff back to the house to fire up the crowd, fire up his teammates. What a start for this young man.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. Oh, he missed it. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and that might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run it from the gun. He never had a chance to get it to the edge, and first play of the game, and you're already behind the sticks. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He'll pull it on the read. Finds a little space. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the Groupers decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. So Penn State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season, but this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game record. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Singleton. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
To the air. It's Aller. Got his man downfield. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Nittany Lions are on the move. Power football with the run. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Under fire. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Yeah, and I like teams that are aggressive. When offenses go empty and spread you out, you only got so many guys to protect your quarterback, and the linebacker comes through and hammers the quarterback and gets the sack.
He wants to go deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Nittany Lions will punt this one away. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. Looking to the big tight end. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Tight end now in motion. They'll leave it with him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments. Wide out level noise. From the shotgun, the inside give. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
You got to wonder about the play call there. 3rd and long, hoping to catch the defense off guard, napping, but they weren't fooled. They made a play, got the tackle for loss. Now you've got 4th in California.
The groupers will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Motion from the wideout. Just going to keep it after the snap. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Offense with jumbo personnel. The option look. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Right back to the well. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Good. Lead is down to a field goal. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it out. It's Saunders. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Looking to throw, it's Allard. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to fire. Throwing right. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the first down.
You just feel like throughout the course of this game, this guy's just going to have to make plays like this, right? Things aren't always going to be perfect, and protection's not going to be ideal. You're going to have to play with some effort, make some scrambles, make some things happen when plays break down, and at least try to put your offense in good positions. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but now he makes this decision a little more interesting here on fourth.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. He'll do it himself. And he's going to wind up losing a couple of yards as time expires here in the first quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll go to the fullback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Let's be honest, Reese. Like, the only time the fullback gets the football is usually in short yardage situations, and the defense was locked in. You got to try to get penetration with that defensive line. They did a good job of it. Nowhere to go with the football for the big fella.
I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on third down. On the option. Now the pitch. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And they decide to trot out the kicker. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. It's a draw. skips a tackle, and he's got room. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. And the Nittany Lions move the change with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Gotta start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn State.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. QB draw. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The sure hands, it's Singleton. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Allard. Gets it out quickly. Oh, he dropped it! Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
The defense came into this game ready for the quarterback option. Everyone played their assignment. They forced the quarterback to keep it. They rallied to him, made a tackle. Nice job early in this game playing good assignment football.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And 3rd and long, and the offense goes with a little play action. I don't know why the threat of the run. I'm not scared by that. You can tell the defense doesn't honor it, doesn't buy it, flies by the line, gets to the quarterback, gets the big 3rd down stop.
And the Groupers will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better, David.
Executing better, understanding I still got the lead. Put a drive together here and build on that lead.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk, and this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's Allard. Grab near the marker, it's Ross. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quick pass on the fly motion. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The offense left this half. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Leaves it with the back. Breaks the tackle. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets out.
There he goes! All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's Parrish. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
All right, well, that QB knows he now has to get the ball out of his hands quick because that defensive end turned the corner fast.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The groupers will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield, it's Aller. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Tries to do it himself on the draw. Shakes off the defender. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Happy Valley has given us a fun first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in State College, PA.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. This drive will open from the 15. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Back to pass on second down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on 3rd down.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Handoff from the gun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
He got it. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? Those linemen can get a little aggressive sometimes in pass pro, and it'll cost him. Touchdown off the board, and they'll back up 5. And they can't. Connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Not a chance. Missed it. Could have stretched the lead out